Dr. Haresh, thanks for staying with us. Let me talk to you about, you mentioned how it has significant proportions, of chlorophyll. The chlorophyll content in chlorella can apparently reach as high as 7% of its total weight, and it contains 5 to 10 times more chlorophyll than spirulina, you mentioned, and 10 times more than alfalfa. What is so good about chlorophyll? Do we really need it in our diet? How does it help us?
Okay, that is a very important question again. Now, chlorophyll basically, as you can see, now when scientists actually compare the structure of chlorophyll, now the structure of chlorophyll is very much close to the structure of hemoglobin, the protein which is found in our blood. Now, the only difference between chlorophyll and hemoglobin is that right in the center of chlorophyll there is magnesium, whereas in hemoglobin right in the center we have got ferrum, or what we call as iron. Now, chlorella contains chlorophyll, which is made up of course, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Now, there are enormous benefits of chlorophyll. Now, first and foremost, chlorophyll is known to be antibacterial in nature. Number two, it's also a deodorant. So people who suffer from BO, now one of the best things to do is to consume lots and lots of chlorophyll, because your BO problem will slowly be eliminated. Okay?
So you're going to save so much on deodorant.
Exactly. You don't have to buy all the antiperspirants and everything. Now, besides that, chlorophyll also removes toxin. Now, this is very important because we know that toxin accumulation causes a lot of long-term problems. Now, it removes toxins from the colon, liver, kidney. And this is very important because this will help in blood purification.
Yes. Now, later on, I know in the series we're going to be talking about detoxifying as well. This will form an important component of that, wouldn't it, Dr. Haresh?
Exactly. Detoxification is one of the most important feature of chlorella.
Let's find out more from our listeners right now who are calling through with questions at 669-11938. We've got Muhammad Razak joining us. Razak, hi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I would like to ask the professor, what is the difference between spirulina and chlorella? And which is better for the human body, spirulina or chlorella?
A lot of people get confused, right? They seem quite similar to a lot of us, yeah?
Yes. Both of them is green in color and identical,
I know, they're both algae as well. That's a very good question, actually. A lot of people do get confused. Let me address this to Dr. Haresh. Dr. Haresh, what do you say to that?
Okay, good morning, Raza. Yeah, that's many times I'm always asked that question. What is the difference between spirulina and chlorella? Now, many people get confused because both of these are green in color. Now, chlorella and spirulina, they've got a lot of similarities, but the main thing here I would like to highlight here is, now chlorella, now has got a lot of important features that spirulina do not have. Their protein content is about the same, which is about 65 to 70%. Now, one important thing that chlorella has got is cell wall is thinner as compared to spirulina. Now, when the cell wall is thinner, when chlorella goes into the gastrointestinal system of the human's body, now it is broken apart much more easily. Now, when it gets broken apart easily, the nutrients in chlorella can be absorbed in a simpler manner as compared to spirulina.
So faster absorption.
Exactly, because the cell wall is thinner. Now, when the cell wall is thinner, it's very important that once it reaches the gastrointestinal system, the cells have to break apart and release all the nutrients. So in chlorella, the cell wall is thinner. That's the first thing you have to know. The second important thing is chlorella has got something known as CGF, chlorella growth factor, which is only found in chlorella and not in spirulina. Okay. Number three, of course, the chlorophyll content in chlorella is about 5 to 10 times higher than in spirulina. And finally, the fourth thing that many listeners do not know, is chlorella is one of the only algae that contains significant amounts of PPARs, which is peroxisome proliferator activated receptors. Now,
that's a mouthful.
Exactly. Sorry to be very technical.
No worries.
But this PPAR or PPAR are very important because they help in modulating the expression of an array of genes that play a central role in regulating glucose, lipid, and cholesterol metabolism. Okay?
That sounds like it could have an impact on anything to do in your body's health concerns, from things like heart conditions to hypertension. It can have a lot of good implications there.
Exactly. I was just about to tell that. Now, once PPA is there, it will really help, in helping in prevention of diseases such as type 2 diabetes mellitus and also cardiovascular diseases.
We want to find out more about the benefits of chlorella in just a bit. Razak, thanks for your question, 669-11938. If you have any questions, you can call through right now. My hotlines open for you to join the discussion. Let's talk about that. You mentioned the protein content already, so I can leave that behind for now, Dr. Haresh. But talk to me a little bit more about the vitamin and mineral content, because later on I want to talk to you about CGF, Chlorella growth factor. But leading up to that, I know that Chlorella actually is really quite chock full of vitamins and minerals, and that's how something becomes called a superfood, isn't it?
Exactly. Now, Chlorella why is it called a superfood? Because due to its vitamin and mineral content. Now, many people will be shocked when they find out that, wow, one single cell algae can contain a lot of vitamin and minerals. Because, now, one important thing that Chlorella has is vitamin B12. Now, vegetarians have to be careful because they normally lack vitamin B12. Okay, so now by consuming Chlorella, you will definitely obtain all your vitamin B12. Okay, it is also one of the richest natural sources of vitamin B3, which is niacin. Also vitamin A, which is an antioxidant, okay, to scavenge free radicals. And Chlorella has one of the highest amount of beta carotene. Now, besides that, it also has got vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. Okay, and to add on, it also is rich in potassium, magnesium, calcium, and iron. Now, all of this is needed for heart functions, blood formation, and circulation.
So that's why superfood, because for its weight content, for how small in size it is, it packs a nutrient and mineral content far greater than some of these larger fruits or vegetables that we're eating.
Exactly, yes. Everything is so packed, everything is condensed, is compact. Okay. Now, besides the minerals that I mentioned, it also contains zinc, selenium, and iodine. Now, these are very important. Zinc and selenium is vital for a healthy immune function. Okay, so as we can see, so Chlorella has got a blend of so many different kinds of nutrients, and to top up of all, we also have got fatty acids and also phytonutrients such as lutein and xanthophyll.
Ooh, a little bit of everything, isn't it? We're going to find out more about Chlorella growth factor, or CGF, as well when we continue on Body and Soul right here on 938 Live. We're in the midst of our ongoing series on the unique properties of Chlorella right here on your daily health check. Stay with me, Daniel Martin. We continue just ahead. Got my doctor a day, that's for sure. Associate Professor Haresh Kumar Kantilal joins me. He's from the Faculty of Medicine at Masa University College in KL, Malaysia. And he has a background in the areas of research in microbiology, medical science, and nutrition. And he's joining me on my series right here on Body and Soul, looking at the benefits of Chlorella for your healthy living. I've reopened up my phone line, so you can call through once again if you have any questions for Dr. Haresh, 669-11938, as we explore and find out more about Chlorella. Dr. Haresh, you mentioned as well that one of the key facets of Chlorella, which is present only in Chlorella and not really in spirulina at all, is CGF, or Chlorella growth factor. What is so unique about that, and why is that so special?
So basically, Chlorella is very important because it's the Chlorella growth factor. Okay, what is important about Chlorella growth factor? It is very rich in nucleic acid, which is RNA and DNA, as I mentioned previously. Now, how did Chlorella growth factor? How was the term coined? Now, basically, it was when in Japan. Okay, this researcher found out when he gave this Chlorella growth factor to animals and young children. Okay, it sort of promoted their growth. So that's how this term was actually coined. Now, Chlorella growth factor is basically responsible for Chlorella's own rapid growth and reproduction. Now, what is the best thing about CGF? It is 100% water soluble, okay? And Chlorella growth factor has the remarkable ability to heal and rejuvenate the human body. This is where the caller before asked me about dying cells, you know?
Yes.
So this is what the uniqueness of Chlorella, where it has got the CGF.
Hi.
Oh, unfortunately, we've lost Dr. Haresh on the phone lines. That happens sometimes. Call through, of course, 669-11938 if you have any questions. We'll continue in just a minute. We got you back, Dr. Haresh. Let's talk a little bit more about this idea of being a whole food, really. You've mentioned it a few times already. Just to reiterate to my listeners, that means really that it's whole and natural? Is that what it means, really?
Exactly. Now, what actually whole food means is another word for complete food. Okay, Chlorella is 100% natural, as it contains all the vitamins, minerals, and also phytonutrients. Okay, that's why it is given the name the whole food, because by consuming Chlorella, actually, okay, one can get all the substances, all the nutrients that are required for daily daily body maintenance.
See, that sounds so good to all of us. And in fact, many people are calling through with questions about the differences of chlorella and some of the other things that we might be more familiar with. We've got Roman, actually. Hi, Roman.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, hi, doctor. I'd like to ask my question, and that is, there is this Phenicimion fluoaqua, popularly known as AFA. It's an algae, and it's a very rich natural food. I believe it's an algae that grows in tank control water, etc.
Yep.
How is this different? AFA, Phenicimion fluoaqua. How is it different from Chlorella?
Thanks, Roman. I see a lot of my listeners are taking all sorts of algae, apparently. But, have you heard of ASA, and is there a difference, Dr. Haresh?
Okay, ASA is another algae. Okay, of course, it has got several benefits too. Okay, now basically all algae carry the same message. Okay, normally most of them have got chlorella as one of the main, main ingredients. Okay, that helps body. Now, we must understand one thing. Okay, now when we talk about chlorophyll, okay, the thing that you mentioned just now, ASA. Now compared to chlorella, again, the amount of chlorophyll will definitely be higher, okay, in chlorella as compared to ASA. Now, another important thing is the chlorella growth factor, which I mentioned just now, is only found in chlorella and not in other algae. Okay, so of course it's beneficial to consume the algae that you have mentioned just now, but there are certain important features which are only found in this chlorella.
Right, exactly. The uniqueness of it is what we're talking about today. Here's Aggie on the phone lines with us. Aggie, hi.
Hi, very good morning, Professor. I attended your talks the last 2 times, but each time there's long queues waiting.
So you get a chance now to ask your question, Aggie. What is it?
Okay, my question is that does taking abeilledor's chlorella help me to slim?
Let's talk about chlorella and its impact in terms of slimming. Is there any evidence to that at all, Dr. Haresh?
Okay, now by consuming chlorella, okay, it definitely helps in weight management. Now why? Because chlorella, when you consume chlorella, actually, you're already giving your body, okay, all the vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that your body needs. Okay. Now what I always tell my listeners is, now if you consume chlorella, it is better if you can consume it on empty stomach. Okay. Now when you consume on empty stomach, there are 2 benefits here. Number one is when empty stomach, okay, the gastrointestinal system is really fresh and clear.
Right.
Okay, is ready for action, ready for the absorption of all the nutrients. That's number one. Number 2, okay, when you take it on empty stomach, okay, it gives you a satiety feeling. Okay, it gives you a satiety feeling, and after that, when you consume your meal, automatically you will take less food. So you do not have to worry. So if you're going through a diet, now chlorella will be a perfect thing to include in your diet, because one thing you'll be rest assured that while dieting, you will still continue, your body will continue to get all minerals, all vitamins, and all phytonutrients. It is a perfect choice for people who are trying to slim down. It's a perfect choice for weight management.
Dr. Haresh, always a pleasure talking with you. Thank you for joining me today. My guest on the program has a background in areas of research in microbiology, medical science and nutrition. He's based at the Faculty of Medicine at Masa University College in KL, Malaysia. Associate Professor Haresh Kumar Kantilal joins us. If you couldn't get your questions answered today, join me next Monday once again as we continue our series every Monday, 9 to 10 a.m. and 4 to 5 p.m. on Body and Soul. This edition of Body and Soul is brought to you by abeilledor Chlorella. For more information, please call 6339 5045. That's 6339 5045.